Let me see. I am. All right. So this stream is going to be different than normal, because I've been really curious about trying to learn game development for a while now. So say, you know what? Make it a little bit more entertaining by streaming it and people to hang out with. Well, all I'm going to be doing is watching another guy's video, though, which I have pulled up here, along with a project. What's up, Green? Maybe later, but right now I just want to try to learn some of this streaming stuff. So I can't imagine a lot of people are going to stick around. Sorry, a lot of this game development stuff is what I meant to say. This is me just trying to figure out how to do any game development whatsoever from the beginning, from scratch. So, yeah, it's going to be me watching a video and then trying to do what he's doing in the video. And then from there, we'll see how far I can get today. But this is my very first day ever trying to game development. I did download Blender a while ago, and I made a part of a donut before I got tired of doing it. But I figured if I streamed it, I'd have more of a reason to continue to try. I have a cool idea, but it's a huge idea. But eventually, yeah, that would be the goal. Yeah. So I don't know. I know I'm going to get a lot of views on this. I just figured, you know, if I have something kind of to do while I'm doing it. Chris, you make music? Why don't we talk about this ever? Every British person I know, all two of them, make music. What's up, Penguin? How's it going, dude? All right, so stream's gonna be a lot like this, guys. I apologize for anyone that's just joining. This is me just trying to figure out how to make a game. Gotcha, Penguin. I'm right now. I don't know if I'll be playing at all today. I'm just trying to see what I can do. My lighting looks a little different too because I'm standing. You can see the lighting is how this whole effect is made. Nice, Penguin. I hope you win. I hope you make him cry. All right. You guys ready? This is going to be what the stream is. I don't know. Hopefully I don't get flagged. I'm probably going to get copyright strike, which is deserved. But I'm showing you right there that it's got credit to him, his name. So, all right.
Gadot as a whole.
All right, that's cool, Chris. The Max Attack, my other British viewer, who's also really good at the game. You and him would also get along great. Man, we need to get some stuff going. What's up, Anthony? No, I don't know if I'm playing right now. I'm just trying to figure out how to do some game development. I figured, why not? It's Sunday. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I've had some ideas. It's going to be a long, slow, arduous thing, but I was like, hey, probably like maybe make a video about it eventually. If it's like one of those, hey, me learning how to be a developer or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get bored after a week too. Oh, well, thanks, Chris. Let's get going on this, shall we?
And to quickly get a game up and running. Because of this, I don't expect
that's
you
what
to
I'm going to make
all the
from this guy.
Feel free to write after me or just lean back and observe. Our next video will be about learning to program in GDScript. All right, I promised you food without salt, so let's get cooking.
Oh, so quirky. Let's turn off the music if he's going to have his own music, because right now I have the lo-fi playing at the same time.
Now, to make our delicious game, we need ingredients.
Does it feel like it's double speed, or is it just that he talks? This is normal speed. Okay.
Sprites, models, textures, and sounds. These are called assets, and a game engine like Gadot is not so much made for creating these from scratch, but more for putting everything together. It's really the
he talks really fast
of making a game. Now, since I can't expect you to
let's
go
do double speed just to see. Ready? This is double speed.
I've used a bit of TV magic to prepare some beforehand. You can download them for free using the link below. I've bundled together sprites from the amazing Analog Studios and modified them a bit, along with a pixel font, some custom sounds. And
this is gonna be a lot of work, guys.
It's also perfectly fine to use other assets you find.
Closed caption. All right.
There are many great resources for free assets. Just make sure you check the license and give proper credit to the author.
It feels at least 1.5 speed.
To use, and there's no requirement to credit. That being said, making your own assets is one of the places where you can really get creative. And I highly recommend you try it out.
I think all my characters are going to be penises.
Remember, you can always use these assets as placeholders.
There we go. There's one of them, eggplant.
All right, let's get our assets into Gadot.
This is a fun, quirky way to learn.
Assets in Gadot is
you know?
extremely simple. The file system window is where we have all the
All right.
files we use
All right.
in our
We're
game.
gonna bring that down. This is me. This is my shit. That's his shit. This is my shit. All right.
By default, the only thing in here is the Godot icon. So let's create a folder where we can put
True.
our assets.
All right.
Right click.
Asset folder. I'm gonna put this in the background so you don't see
all
it,
the files we use in our game.
but we're gonna
By
listen.
default,
So
the only
right
thing in
click.
here is the Godot icon. So let's create a folder where we can put our assets. Let's right click, new folder, and name it assets. Let's
Assets.
also make one
Easy.
for scripts
All right. Scripts.
and scenes that we can use later. Now we can simply drag and drop our assets into the asset folder. So I'll select the assets folder,
Okay.
open up
All
my
right. All
assets
right. All
here,
right. Chill.
and
Chill.
then
Chill.
select assets
All right.
that
Hold
we
up.
can use later. Now we can simply drag and drop our assets
Ugh.
into the asset folder. So I'll select the assets folder,
Assets.
open up my assets here.
I don't
and
have the
select
assets.
all the
Got to download the assets. He probably has them in the description, right? Now we need the music back on. Let's do that again. There we go. So again, you guys, I'm not gonna blame you if you don't hang out very long in the stream. This is just me trying something. I don't know. I wanted to learn. Figure why not? You know. We got free assets. The finished project. Got chapters. Okay, so probably this one won't give me a virus, right? He's too quirky to give me a virus. Oh, I gotta make an account. Wait, you're editing? What are you editing? You got a tube channel? You tubing? Are you tubing up in this bitch? Where are the assets that I'm supposed to get from it? That's all I want to know. Where are those?
folders and click and drag them into Godot.
Where do you get
We can
those?
simply drag and drop our assets into the asset folder. So I'll select the assets folder.
I'd
open
love
up
to see
my
it. You
assets
did tell
here,
me that you were
I'm gonna
making one. I
select
remember
all
that.
the subfolders and
I'm gonna play the finals. Probably. I don't know. Probably though. Yeah. I'll say 70% sure.
click and drag them into Godot.
All right, how do I get the assets? Seen a lot of links to assets, but not to those assets. Maybe I need the finished project files here. Check out the video. Yeah, everything is free to use. All right, this is it. Here we go. Let's just download this. Okay. Why does GitLab always confuse me every time I just want to figure out where to actually download the things? I don't know if anybody else feels like that with GitLab. Like, I can never figure out how to just download the stuff that I want out of it. Assume I do download zip. It's a start. First game. All right, got it. We're good. All right, well, if you want me to review it before and give you any tips, I mean, feel free to do it on your own too if you want to do that. But if you do want me to review it, I'd be more than interested. So you guys know this is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to figure out where to put all this shit. Here you go, maybe. Created a new folder just for this shit. We're gonna pin that. Okay, that'll be pinned. Pinned to quick access. Gadot. Here we go. Extractified. Okay. All right. We're off to a good start. Got this one and that one. Oh, that's my project. Okay, that's the thing. There we go. Assets. Now let's rewind. What do you say? We got to just drag it over there. Scroll those for now. We'll get those later. Okay, so 5 minutes into an hour and 17 minutes.
My assets here, I'm going to select all the subfolders.
Select all the
click and
subfolders.
drag them into Godot. And voila! we can now see and
We're gonna
use
just drag
all of
them
our
into Gadot.
assets
Got
in
it.
Gadot. So now we're
All right. So minimize that. I'm gonna drag that into assets. Oh, interesting. That wasn't how that was supposed to work. Okay. Well, wasn't what we were going for was not having everything crash. Let's figure out how to fix that. Okay. I installed a script that made all my desktop icons disappear when I'm streaming, and I don't know where to put them. So that's going to be something on the side I got to figure out, because that's where it is. Where's desktop? Desktop. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying. How you doing, Linux user? What's up, man? All right, I am back. I like Bash too, my guy. You like the awk? You like sed? You ever used awk and sed? No, you grep, but you ever awk and sed it? All right, we're back. That's up. It did drag the assets over, so not that big of a deal.
ready to make our game.
All right.
So let's talk about how we do that.
Let's
To
do
make
it.
anything in Godot, we use nodes. If we
Nodes.
want to make a player character, we do so by putting together a bunch of nodes. If we want to make an enemy, we do so by putting together nodes. If we want to
That's
make a
my
main
boy.
menu, you get
It's called a shebang. You know that?
Nodes.
Linux user?
So nodes are the fundamental building blocks
Shebang.
of your game. And nodes come in many types. Some display an image, others play a sound, or add
Hell yeah.
physics.
I'm with
And
you,
we can
brother.
even extend existing nodes to build more powerful ones. So in its essence, making a game in Godot is combining and extending nodes to get the result we're looking for. It's
I
a
use
super
Visual
creative-
Studio Code just to compare things a lot of times too. If you get one file and you create another file and then you just do compare selected, you can. It's so good at comparing things. You already know that, I bet.
and fun process. But building everything in one big world with nodes for the player, enemies, UI, and a bunch of levels all in one place would quickly become completely unmanageable and confusing. Instead, we use scenes.
Scenes.
Scenes allow us to bundle together nodes into reusable packages. A scene can be a character,
All right.
a weapon, a menu. They can be as small as a single collectible coin.
Now he
or
feels like
an
he's talking
entire
slow
level.
compared to how he was talking
Scenes
before.
make it really easy to focus on building one part of our game at a time, and then slowly combining them to make our game larger and larger. This is because
What's
we
up,
can put
Skibbity?
scenes inside
Yeah, man, I'm just learning how to code right now. How to write games.
of other scenes, which is called nesting, and allows us to take, say, a player scene, a platform scene,
I don't blame
and a
you if you don't want
collectible
to stick
coin
around for
scene,
this.
and put them all
It does.
inside
It does
another
exist on
scene,
Linux.
say a level 1 scene. And even cooler,
It's
since
54
scenes
megabytes.
are reusable, we can
Super
make a
small.
scene only once and then use it all over our game. We can make many levels that all use the same collectible coin scene. And if we
Yeah,
want to change
scenes.
something
Nests.
about our coin, we simply
Come on, dude.
edit the scene and it automatically updates everywhere else.
Yeah.
As you can see, all the nodes and scenes in our game start to resemble a tree-like structure.
Yeah,
And that's
trees.
exactly what we call it, the
Uh-huh.
scene tree. And
Scene tree.
fittingly, we call the node at the very beginning of the tree the root. So now that we know a bit
The root
about
node.
how Godot works,
Beginning
let's
of the
start by
C.
making the
Tree
most
trunk.
essential part of our game, the player character.
Mm.
Player 1.0.
What's up,
Let's create
Skibbity?
a scene where
Here,
we
let me
keep
do. You know
everything
what?
together.
It's
This
just
is going to be
so people know I'm not ignoring them. I got to put that little poll. That matters. I've been doing this poll because YouTube's so freaking delayed, dude. I wish it default told you that, you know, because it's just so slow here. Check this poll out, everybody. It's not really even a poll. It's just so you know I'm not ignoring you. There we go. There. Poll. Shorts ones, people are like, swipe, 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 swipe. Hold up. I don't blame you, but I'm not ignoring you. It's just delayed as hell. There we go. Yeah, how's your day going, Skibidi? You do anything interesting today? Checked it exists as a compile it, executable, no deb or RPM. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just running it. Like that's apparently what you do. I'm not installing it. I was confused by that too, but it's just what you do in Godot, I guess. Godot.
A 2D game, so let's select 2D scene.
Yeah, I don't want to make a 2D game, but I know I need to.
About
you know?
how Godot works.
I
Let's
want to make
start by
2D. I
making
want to
the
make
most essential
3D.
part of our game, the player character.
All right.
Player 1.0. So let's create a scene where we'll put everything together. This is
All right.
going to be a 2D game, so let's
2D?
select 2D scene. And let's
Yep.
rename this from Node 2D to game. And even
Game.
though it's empty, let's go ahead and save it. So hit Control S, go
Control
under
S.
scenes, and let's save it here.
An app on your gnome overview and having it manually launch it sucks. Why don't you just script it? What's up, Green? You can't just slash to it. You know what I mean? Go put it in the root of the opt folder and just slash opt it. You know. What did it tell me
Let's go ahead
here?
and save it.
So
hit Control
save.
S, go under scenes, and let's save it here.
Scenes,
and now we can
save.
actually play our game. It's
Okay.
not going to be very
Rage quit on War
exciting,
Thunder.
but
What
let's
happened?
try it out.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, so you what distro do you use again, Linux? You don't use rel or cent. Oh, cool. All right. Well, maybe you can follow along and we'll learn this together. I don't know. You're not very far off from where I'm at. I just barely started. I watched 7.5 or almost 8 minutes now.
So let's hit play up here or simply press F5. It's going to tell us that
Press F5 to play.
we haven't selected a main scene. We need to tell Godot which
Okay.
scene to run. I'm just going to press
No, I'm not, Skibbity.
select current. And you can see that our game scene
Thank you,
becomes
though.
blue to
I
let
wish.
us know that this is now
Okay.
our main.
You don't have to listen. Yeah, agree. I'm gonna try to. You guys don't have to watch the stream. Chrome OS. Chrome OS. Interesting. Okay. Is Chrome OS any good now? Wasn't it so bare bones that you didn't really get anything out of it for a long time?
Scene. And as you can see, not much is happening here.
Not much is
let's
happening.
Stop playing
Yes.
by hitting the stop icon here or pressing F8. And let's
see. Run Debian apps. Okay. Imagine it's slowly
what's
becoming
happening here.
more and more
So let's
powerful.
Stop playing by hitting the stop icon here
All
or
right,
pressing
Green.
F8.
I
And
won't.
let's put in a
Or
player
else.
to make it more exciting. So first off, let's create an F8 and let's
Chromebooks are good. Huh. All right. But they're not. Are they selling more powerful ones now? Or are they still just intentionally selling like light Chromebooks that don't have a lot of power intentionally? Ha. You go to school, you nerd.
put in a
I learned everything I need to know from YouTube.
player to make it more exciting. So first off, let's
I skipped the part. Sorry, I couldn't hear the part where I have TTS still for you guys. So when he's talking, I have to like pause and like, it's like, which is
let's
fine.
hit play up here or simply press F5. It's going to tell us that we haven't selected a main.
Yeah, that's true. But if you ran the Chrome OS on a really beefy computer, you could get some good frames.
Scene. We need to tell Godot which scene to run.
All right,
I'm
see you,
just gonna
Skibbity. Thanks
press
for dropping by,
select
dude.
Current, and you can see that our game scene becomes blue to let us know that this is now our main scene. And as you can see, not much is happening.
Okay.
So let's stop playing by hitting the stop icon here or pressing F8.
Where's the stop icon? Okay, up here. Got it. Now I'm
And
tracking
let's
where
put
he's
in
at.
a player to make it more exciting. So first
Player.
off, let's create a new scene by hitting
New
the
scene.
plus sign up here. And this will be our player scene. And the root node for our player is going to be what is called a character body 2. So let's
You're gonna stick it out for 2 hours.
add a new node by pressing the plus here or hitting Control A. And
All right, new node. Got it.
let's search for character body.
Character body.
As you can see, this is a 2D physics body that is specialized for characters moved by script. So it's perfect for a player character that we
No, I'm just gonna. It's like jailbroken Chromebook on. Huh. I mean, did it have a graphics card or was this all CPU? Yeah. Hmm. No, that's fair. Yeah, it's crazy how much you can extend a computer by just having it run uh Linux. I did that with Mint OS and I made it look like it was Linux. Nice. Yeah, you know Mint OS? That thing's pretty cool. All right, okay. Haven't had that yet. That's an interesting new feature. Why? All right, gotta wait 20 seconds for that to clear up. There's no control on the clock app for that. I'm surprised, dude. That just went right through. Anyways, surprised that they're the most annoying, dude. I put a picture. All right, I'll just say the word. TikTok is the most annoying one to work with. I put a picture of a gun in a clip one time, and they got mad and said it was about the S word, like about doing something bad to yourself. And I was like, it's not. It's a picture of a gun in a video game, and I refuted it. And they like gave me a warning on my account. I was like, all right, you guys are crazy. And they've done that a few times with like clips like that you post on TikTok. And then they just allow that straight into here. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they don't use all their weird AI Chinese filters that they've created to stop things like that. But then they'll not allow a picture of a gun, a video game gun. Build I recommend on the finals. Yeah, there's some weird shit that goes on. I opened up TikTok one time on the computer and it was just naked women. I was like, I'm glad I'm not streaming right now.
Just kidding.
I was like,
Choose
what?
a build that matches your playstyle and has synergy with your team. But what do I know?
Yes, I love it when he airs out. It's I don't want that's not a bug, that's a feature. All right, back to what I was doing before I got flagged with the N-word a bunch of times from a random guy.
We want to be a specialized body.
Character body.
As you can see, this is a
we did that.
physics body that is specialized for characters moved by script. So it's perfect for a player character that we want to be able to collide with the environment. So let's hit create. And now we can see our node here, but we can't actually see our player in the scene. So let's add some graphics. Let's add another node. I'm going to hit Control A. And let's search for sprite. And as you can see, we can...
Am I in asset? Where am I at? We're in assets. We're going to hit Control A because we're learning the shortcuts, everybody. Control A. And we're looking up the word sprite. Not the drink. Sprite 2D.
Choose a single sprite, or in our case, we want to create an animated character. So let's choose the animated sprite 2D.
I see you, Cole.
Sprites are just what we
I don't call out
images
lurkers, but
in
I
our
see
2D
you.
World. Now, with this node selected, we can use the inspector here on the right.
Yeah, it's pretty wild green. That one, I know what you meant. Yeah, that one was a lot more than expected. That's crazy.
To change properties on that node. If we select a different node, say our character body 2D, we can now see the properties on that node instead.
Okay.
So our inspector allows us to change things
got it.
about a node. In our animated sprite 2D, we want to add some animations.
Sprite. I don't have an animated sprite. Let me do that again. I got the wrong sprite. Animated sprite 2D. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the weird thing about like the world that we're heading in, you know, like the direction with all the just bot accounts and AI. You can spin up something. You can spin up a AI to look like 10 humans in like a millisecond. You know, it's just technology. You know, freaking computers, man.
Give it some sprite frames.
The
individual frames that will make up our animation.
All right.
Let's click here and add a new sprite frames.
New sprite frames. Where was that at?
Frames that will make up our animation.
Click here.
Click here and add a new sprite frames. And now with this selected,
what's the song? You can request it if you want, so I can hear. Oh, there you go. You just did. All right, let's skip because I'm just doing lo-fi right now. Windows Breakcore. Sick. Get my famous YouTuber, and there's at least 5 bots in the top. Any famous YouTuber? Yeah. I feel like Moist Critical's bots are the top comments, or is this the most generic? Like, I don't know if you've watched any of this stuff, but it's always the most generic comments that just get like a million likes. And I'm always like, is this just a bot account saying this? Some tense music.
We can see that it will open up the sprite frames window at the bottom. And in this window, we're going to...
I missed that part.
So let's click with some sprite frames, the individual
Sprite
frames
frames
that will make up our animation. So let's click here and add a new sprite frames. And now with this
What's
selected,
up, Warhorse?
we can see that it...
I'm warning you guys. I'll keep warning everyone. I'm just learning how to make video games right now, so don't feel like you have to stick around. This is just me doing it, and I was like, I might as well stream it, because why not? Those comments are filled with bots that say nothing. Like, I just ran over. The owner was crying so funny. Ha ha ha. Interesting. So many bot accounts that lead to bad sites that have some AI generated profile picture look inappropriate but isn't. Yeah. What's your idea?
will open up the sprite frames window
Let me
at the
get the
bottom.
music back
And
up
in this
for you.
window, we're going to press that it will open
This is a
up the
very
sprite
intense
frames
song.
window at the bottom. And in this window, we're going to press this tiny icon here that lets us add frames from a sprite sheet.
I missed all of that. Let's do that one more time.
With this, our animation. So let's click here and add a new sprite frames. And now with this,
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that, Linux. Oh, shit. I didn't do that. You skipped your song. Yo, you're still up. Yeah, you're up. It's like 11 p.m. for you, I guess. You guys want to see something interesting? I have slightly variated things for when I'm standing versus sitting now. So watch how I change a little bit. Probably won't notice it. But just slightly different shadowing now on me. And I did it with key strokes. It changes about 4 settings right there. Look at that. Standing, a little bit easier to see when I'm standing versus sitting. 4 things, one key combination. Yeah, what's up, Green? 1:30, Jesus Christ, I didn't think it would be that much later there. Holy crap. Wow, that is really late. Yeah, all right. You know you're going to ask the question anyways.
It will open up the sprite frames window at the
Sprite
bottom.
frames
And
window.
in this window,
Not seeing that. I think I didn't do it right. Frame video. First of all, I'm a little bit busy. I'm watching Family Guy, and Subway Surfers. I don't know, dude. Who do you want? How about you rally the boys? I think Fed Smoker would be good because he speaks Russian and he's pretty chill to play with. So, and yeah, maybe Fed Smoker. And we just do World Tour. Oh my God, there's too many things for me to watch right now. Am I looking at it? All right, Fed Smoker. Him speaking whatever. It's like Ukrainian, Uzbekistanian. He speaks a lot of strange stuff. That's true. It does. Yeah, I want to do a video where I play with 2 VPNs on. I play with 2 VPNs on and I play Oceanic just to see if I can win a game of Quick Cash with that much lag. Yeah. World Tour is my shit.
we're going to press this tiny icon here that lets us add frames from a sprite sheet. So let's click that, go into our assets, under our sprites, let's find our night.png.
Under
And as
sprites.
you can see, I've gone ahead and packed all the different sprite frames of
Oh
the night's
God, he made
animation
so many
into
things.
a single image.
Just so you guys know, I'm following along
Sheet. It's
underneath
a very
this.
efficient way of working with lots of sprites, such as when doing animation.
Your internet will combust. Yeah, that'd be really funny though. Think about that. 2 VPNs on it at different parts of the world. Like one VPN in the US. I'm in Germany, but one VPN in the US, one back in like Japan, and then play Oceanic. just miserable. 400 millisecond anything you do. That'd be freaking funny. Ugh. All right.
Otherwise, we would have to create an image for each single frame, which would quickly
I wish I
become
had
an
fiber. I have only 140 down and 40 up. I don't know how I'm able to
file.
multi-stream, dude.
Now to start adding these frames in, we first need to configure the grid here. Currently it's set to 4 by 4. Let's go ahead and
180 ping. Oh.
increase this. I've created here the files. Now to start adding these frames in, we first need to configure the grid here.
Configure the
Currently
grid.
it's set to 4 by 4.
4.
Let's go ahead and increase this. I've created an 8 by 8 grid here.
8 by 8.
And as you can see, each frame now has its own grid cell. And let's just start by adding the idle animation. To do this, we simply click the frames in the order that we would like. So I'm going to go from the left-hand side here and click. As you can see, it says this to 0, the first frame.
Okay.
I'm going to click the next one and the next one and the next one. And now it goes from 0 to 3 and we'll play from left to right. We can always click again to remove. And this is how you can...
By the way, I'm watching it over here. I can watch it here, but it's really small for me.
Sheet. So I'll select these 4 frames.
You thought we were in a finals? Where were you, Crooks? When the team needed you. I'm just kidding. Is that what you wanted, though? Did you message me that? Hold up. Did I miss something? Let me read. Let me read. Are you going to be on... Oh. Sorry, let me read what you said. 1 second. I see, Crooks. Time is it? I mean, I got plenty of hours still. I'm only going to be doing this for as long as I can finish this video, probably. Baby steps, you know? Good night, Warhorse. Thank you for joining. I'll wake up, but I doubt... Probably not tonight. If I see you again tonight, then that means I have made a mistake and stayed up too late. Shut up, Green. What? That's all right. I was gonna make a video explaining the finals at some point, like in a simple way, like Casually Explained does, and that was one of my points I was gonna make. All right, well, an ad. Just wait. Screw you, ad.
Now, different parts of your sprite sheet. So I'll select these 4 frames and hit Add Frames. Now let's hit F to center our character on the screen. And I'm going to use the scroll wheel to zoom in. We can also...
3 hours. Can you hear? I don't know if you can hear me, I think. Yeah, you're... Let me finish this. It'll probably be about an hour then, because I really want to finish this. And it'll probably take longer than the hour. Probably an hour and a half. Because of the rate we're going. But yeah, I can play probably around that. I just gotta double check with Jenna. You know what? Let me go ask her. 1 second. I need to be right back. Here, that's what I'm doing, guys. Creating a be right back thing. This is a chill stream. I can take the time to do the things I need to do. So I need to get my little BRB enable, right? Am I playing with Croaks? All right, all right. I feel like a lot's happening right now, and I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? All right, let me process this one step at a time. All right, let me get my action set up for my be right back before I can get going. He did ask because it was yesterday while I was streaming, which I do not look at Discord too much while I'm streaming. Probably should get in a better habit at that. Kind of like that as a person, though. I don't really look at my phone too much or anything. I try not to, at least for like notifications and stuff. Because there's just so many notifications these days. Oh, Instagram, this guy posts a photo. Okay. Okay. All right. Need to create. I'm going to create a thing. You know what? You guys want to see what I'm doing right now? You guys probably are just curious. What the hell is he doing? You know, this time I actually have a display capture so you can see it. Stop flexing that you get notifications. All right, I'll try. All right. There we go. Here's what I'm doing for anybody who wants to know. I'm currently going to make something that makes my Be Right Back banner go in and out because I'm tired of manually finding it. I'm going to hit Control-Alt-B. This is a streamer bot. This is how that works. That works because of this. You want to see how that one works? That one's a lot. That one's, that one. I can't take a lot of credit for that one because it was another guy's stuff. Okay, well, it froze. That's cool. Okay, it's back. That's this, right? It's simple, really. It's just all of these. It's just that. See? I think there is a weight associated to these, but it doesn't seem like it because I never see titanium. All right, whatever. So yeah. We're gonna make a be right back group. Add be right back. The name is gonna be right back. And in here, we're gonna make the trigger a core input of a key press of Control-Alt-B. Push up the class at the same time I was doing some Gambit. Some Gambit? What do you mean, you mean Gadot? The thing I'm trying to do? All right, so then this will do OBS Studio. It's simple, guys, right? You're going to do scene. No, source. This is a source. It's called set source visibility state. And it's going to be on my... Okay, jeez. Yeah, I was like, that didn't make any sense, but it makes more sense now. On streaming, we're going to have the BRB thing. Because I'm so tired of finding it, guys. Just make it... I could probably make it come up if I say be right back, too. We could do different things. Make it so you guys make it a reward redemption. You're like... Get going, streamer. You be right back. Tell me to leave for a minute. That's kind of funny. We're just gonna toggle it, so it's just one time. There we go. Am I a god? What else should we make the be right back do? I can make it so it does add. I don't know how to make the voice ones easily off the top of my head, but I think I can figure out voice control, command, create voice command, name, be right back, command, be right back. Does that work? I don't know how to actually trigger that one. We'll figure. Be right back. Now, I don't think we'll figure that one out later. That one takes a separate software in order to get working. Is there anything else we could do, guys? See what other core triggers we could do. That's pretty much. I mean, I don't really care. I think Control-Alt-B is enough. You want to add a tank as a? What do you want? What do you want it? What do you just want a tank to appear? You just want a tank to appear as a reward? You want War Thunder to appear? Stupid. Your idea is stupid. I never even think that's a good idea. All right. Where the fuck am I now? Hold up. Let me go ask my wife if I can play video games, okay? I'll be right back. Wait. Yeah, it's right. All right. Jenna? I was talking to play the finals in like an hour if you want to play with us. If not, I can Green wants to play too. I'm back. What's up, Dumpy? You have your own channel? All right, hey guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the be right back. I'm also gonna make it mute because I think that makes sense, right? So I don't have an open mic while I walk away. That way, I can say a bunch of awful things and not get canceled. Ha! That's a joke. All right, you guys ready for this one? All right, add. Settings. No, this one was... I already have this one, so I just need to copy it. I have a mic mute, right? You did? See, exactly. That's my point. Say, hey! Hey, come play video games! Where's it? I think it's just called, like, mute. Mic. All right, do I not have the mute on here? Oh, that's a I know what it is. I know the issue here. All right, this one's going to be add just another input because I already have this input set up too. I'm coding in the mainframe. Tell me more about your channel, Dumpy. Should we pull it up? I mean, I'm in a chill mood. I don't think I'm gonna finish this video today based on how things are going, but we'll see how much I can do. I'll stop at about 50 minutes, but I will finish this one input. Where's it at? Oh, here. How do I want to do this? Make Control B. No, that will just. This is going to be different than the other keyboard shortcut. Yeah, this will just toggle it. Yeah, it should work. I can see this going bad if I don't do it right. You stream something? Is it on your the one you're talking to me on Twitch? Or somewhere else? Do OBS Studio. Scene. Need something with audio. You give him the channel or else. You heard it. Set source mute state. It's a weird way to put it. Toggle. Their name. This was going to be on streaming. I have too much shit at this point, guys. Nice mic. Toggle. All right. Hello, what's up, Tyga? I'm just learning how to code, so now I'm just getting distracted on StreamerBot stuff because I was thinking about things I've been wanting to do for a long time. All right, let's see if this mutes like I. Now you can hear me again. Look at that, guys. Streaming. Streamer. I've been thinking about just making tutorials about this shit. Why not? Gadot is a scripting thing. It did work. You could... No, don't lie. I was saying it does work because I could see it. All right. Anyways, back to Gadot. It's Gadot. It's French. 8 the finals drops. Should I just switch this to say it's the finals so you get more drops? Add 4 frames. Got it. F. Centered. Pixel art. I feel like I need to turn back on the display. There we go. What the fuck? Hold up. Where do you go? Hold up. I was not paying attention there. All right, let's. Where's this window capture? What happened there? There.
To project pixel art, that is definitely not texture smoothing.
What's up, Traffy? I am just trying to learn how to write soft game development. That's right. Yeah, I'm learning Gadot, which is like a free open source developing tool, I guess. And so, I mean, it's not my normal finals stream. I'll probably play the finals in like an hour and a half here, I think, with Croak's hour, something like that. I don't know if he's still here. But I'm just trying to learn how to. Figured, you know, Sunday, want to learn something new. So feel free, guys. I will not be offended if you're like, this isn't my thing. Just let you know, I'm going to be doing this for like an hour. I'm supposed to just hang out, watch this, learn, you know,
to
that
make
shit.
it hard, weirdly blurry. That Gadot is going to try to do some texture smoothing to make textures look better, but applied to pixel art, that is definitely not the case. So let's simply disable this. So let's go to project.
Oh, thanks for lecturing.
Project settings.
See, your name has a GU on it now.
To textures.
All right. You confused about what? What are you confused about?
And here to project settings.
Let's go under. All right. Project settings.
Rendering to.
You got 5 followers? All right, all right. What? Can you send a link to your profile? I'll check it out. I'll put it up here if you want. So Ty, I am already full because I got Croaks and Jenna that want to play with the World Tour. Maybe if I open it up to something else, or Croaks can't play too long, but Greens also want to play. But then again, Green wants to play with me every day, so we do need to play that other mode at some point. Green with we got to get Fed Smoker though. Green hits me up every day. He's like, games? You playing any games? Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what Green's like. This you guys already know this meme. You guys already know this meme because I do it all the time. Oh, it's not letting me put it up. All right, don't worry about it. It's a good meme. That's all you need to know. It's too much work for me to recon. Oh, it's just here. There you go. That's Green. You guys playing any games later? Playing any games? All right, we're done with that. That bit's over. Stupid. All right. I'm gonna go finish my apple juice. Hell yeah.
And here on the default texture filter, that's
Default
changed this
texture
from
filter.
linear to nearest, which will
What?
on the default texture filter, that's changed this from rendering to textures. And
Rendering?
here on the default texture filter, that's changed this
Unique name.
from linear to nearest, which will immediately make our pixel art look crisp. Then we can select our animated sprite, and let's try playing the animation.
Oh wait, it's already done.
Then we can select our animated sprite, and let's
Yeah.
try playing the animation.
Play.
That looks great. I'm going to increase
I'm a
the
software
FPS
developer!
here to 10 to make it go a bit faster. I'm also going to rename
What? 10. Got it.
the FPS here to 10 to make it go a bit faster. I'm also going to rename the animation
Get the link to your profile. You said you have a new channel that you created, Dumpy. I want to see your link, and then just paste it in there, and I'll copy that.
here to idle. I'm going to enable autoplay to make sure it plays right when we start the game. And finally, I'm going to take the sprite here and move it up to make it kind of stand on this line. And that's it for
Stand
our
on
graphics
this
for
line.
now. We'll add more
Got it.
animations later. But as you can
Okay.
see, we're currently getting this warning here in the scene view. And if I hover
What's that
over
warning?
it, it's going to say that this node has no shape, so it
No
can't
shape.
collide or interact with other objects.
Okay.
And this is because a character body 2D is a physics node. And whenever we're working with physics, we need to define a shape that the physics engine can work with. So let's add a new node. I'm going to press the plus sign here. I'm going to search
Plus sign.
for collision shape 2D.
Collision.
Hit create. And here in the inspector, we can now define a new
Collision shape
I'm going to add
2D.
a circle shape.
What? All right, yeah, bring us
I'm
back a
going
little bit.
inspector.
What?
and
All right,
now
so
collision shape 2D.
collision shape 2D.
Hit create. And
Yeah.
here in the inspector, we can now define a new shape.
Spectre.
I'm going to add
And shape.
a circle shape.
Circle shape.
I'm going to make this a bit smaller and drag it up somewhere around.
What? Shape. Oh, okay. Oh. Crash out.
Around there looks
Don't
fine.
do it.
I'm going to make this a bit smaller and drag it up somewhere around there looks fine. Now you're probably thinking, well, this is pretty far from our actual graphics, but that's totally
I
fine.
need to stop. How do I stop
Sliders
this guy
rarely-
from moving? I think I gotta click on him. Pause. All right, there we go. We got him. Then we're gonna grab this thing. We're gonna bring it down to here. Just search for your name on where though? On YouTube? I'll do it right now.
Gadot.
Oops, that was not where it was supposed to be. I'm gonna assume you just posted something. Not seeing anything. If you post a link to it, I can see it, but recently uploaded. No, I don't know.
They need to be very precise, and it's a good rule of thumb to make
Yes, Taiga. It's mission critical.
Them a bit
Yes,
smaller
they
than
need
the
game
graphics
developers
if
to
we
hack.
need to. Having colliders that are too large is simply going to be frustrating when playing. So let's now rename the top node here
Rename
to
top
player.
node. Rename to player. Okay, how do we read it? Just
And let's save the scene. Control
player.
S as player, hit save. And now
Control
we can
S.
go into
Hold up.
and let's save the scene. Control the top node here to player. And let's save the scene. Control S as player, hit save.
Control S as player, hit save. What are we calling this?
And let's
Just
save
recall
the
it
scene.
player.
Control S as player, hit save.
Yep, save.
And now we can
Got
go
it.
into our game scene and simply drag our player in here. So I'm
Okay, apply is waiting. I go. All right, I don't know what that means, but I'll see you. But I understood.
going to go to the
I think there was a
top here
typo there.
and drag in and simply drag our player save. And now we can go into our game scene and simply drag
Color plan, all good.
our player in here. So I'm going to go
My
to
real name? No, I don't say my real name on here. Probably the CIA, Taiga.
top here
Just kidding.
and drag in the player. We also need
Wait, what? I got a scenes layer.
to create a camera. I'm going to go to the top here and drag in the player. We also need to create a camera so that we can control what is currently being shown. So let's add a new node, hit Control A, search for camera
Okay,
being shown.
hold up.
So let's add a new node, hit Control A,
Control A. New node.
search for camera 2D. hit
Camera
create. And
2D.
now if we press F, we can see that we have this huge camera
Press F. This is huge camera.
viewport. This is definitely currently too large, so let's zoom in
Is
on our
this?
camera. I'm going to set the zoom here to 4x4 and simply click and drag our camera to be on top of the player. And now we can try
Hold up. Chill,
and
chill,
simply
there's so
click and
much.
zoom in on our camera. I'm going to set
Zoom
the zoom
in on
here
the camera.
to 4x4 and simply click and drag.
Zoom 4. Ah. Okay. Slash blue energy. You're not colorblind. All right. It's getting very
Our
confused.
camera to be on top. Zoom here to 4. This is definitely currently too large, so let's zoom in on our camera. I'm gonna set the zoom here to 4x4.
4.
And simply click and drag our camera to
Drag the camera. No, zoom in.
be on top of
Drag camera to be on top of him.
the player to 4. And now we can try
All right. Zoom in.
playing our game.
What? I can just play the game now? Not that the camera's there? Let's everybody calm down, all right?
And camera
Nobody needs
be
to jump
on top
anyone.
of the player. And now we can try playing our game.
Okay. All right. See you, Taiga. All right, I'm playing the game.
And there you go. We now have a player that is playing an idle animation and
It's
nothing
not a
else is
typo.
happening.
I don't know what it
That's because we need
means,
to
but
add a script that allows us to move
Intentionally wrong.
around. So
Got
let's
it.
close our game. Because we need to add a script that allows us to move around. So
All right,
let's
closing
close
the
our
game.
go into our player scene, and with
Player.
our player node selected, let's press this Add Script button.
add script button. Okay.
Here we can choose a template. Of course, we're going to
Template.
do some programming in this video, but writing player movement can quickly become a bit overwhelming. So for now, we'll use the
I think so,
basic
Green.
movement template provided by Godot. Then later, we'll go in and modify it to play different animations and rebind input to the keys we'd like to use. As for the path here, I'm going to make sure that we put this inside of our scripts folder, and let's just name it player.
What is happening? What is that? All
Make
right.
sure that we put this inside of our scripts folder,
Scripts
and
folder.
let's just name it player.
Where's my scripts folder?
Make sure that we put this inside
Probably gonna have to,
of
Green.
our scripts folder to use. As for the path here, I'm going to make sure that we put this
Scripts,
inside
got
of
it.
our scripts folder.
Scripts
And
folder.
let's just name it player. Let's
Player.
hit create. And as you can see, this creates
There's
a
no crate. There's
script
open.
folder. And let's just name it player. Let's hit create.
All
And
right.
as you can see,
create.
this creates a script that will move around our character. I know that this might look really confusing at first, but don't worry.
We jumped the gun into this one. I don't understand how we got from there to there. Let's figure this out. Let's take a little gander. All right, that wasn't that many. You got constant speed at 300. That's good. You got velocity of negative 400. Now that's also a good setting. Delta floats. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I understand most of this. I know var is variable. Processing, programming.
We'll have a look at what all of this means later. For now, let's just try playing.
Just try playing. I gotta remember how to do that. That's F5.
Gadot.
That's the wrong F5. Shit. I started over the video instead.
Because we need to give him a collider to stand on. Right? We can actually now define a new shape. I'm gonna add their graphic good with the top board.
Yeah, it's progressing.
And as you can see, this confused by playing. We need to give him a collider to stand on. Right now, our player has a collider, but it doesn't have anything to collide with. So in our game, I'm going to go back to the 2D view at the top here. This is where we can change from script view to...
Did he play it already?
Later. Look really confusing at first, but don't worry, we'll have a look at what all of this means.
Oh, he just fell.
For now, let's just try playing. And our player immediately falls off the screen.
Yeah,
that's because
I'm trying to. Follow along with doing this the whole time, yeah. Everything he's doing, I'm doing.
Because we need to give him a collider to stand on.
Goofy
right now,
kiddo.
our player has a collider, but it doesn't have anything to collide with. So in our game, I'm going to go back to
2D.
The 2D view at the top here. This is where we can change from script view to 2D. Let's add a new node. So let's hit the
another node?
Let's add a static body 2D. And this is another type.
Hire somebody to make a game. It's not my thing that I'm making, so what's the point?
Of physics body. It's the one we use for things that don't need to move. That's why it's called static. So it's perfect for creating some ground. Let's hit create. And again, this is going to give us this warning here that it needs a shape. So let's add a collision shape. So I'm going to hit Control A. So it needs a shape. So hit create. And again, this is going to give us this warning here that it needs a shape. So let's add a collision shape. So I'm going to hit.
There's no point.
Hit Control A, search for collision shape, and add a
collision shape.
So I'm going to hit
Okay.
Control
A again.
Search for collision
shape.
And for the shape here, we're going to create a new world boundary shape. The world boundary is a
I think I had the wrong
collider
collision
that is
shape.
perfect for stuff.
Collision shape. Why is it D2 on the end? Collision. Why is it D? Okay, that one can go away. All right, I'm screwing things up now. Right now, it's just 2D. I gotta learn how to make games before I can make a cool game. I'm gonna have a game someday, maybe. For now, it's not enough to say, you know?
Like, well, world boundaries. Boundary shape here, we're going to create a new search for collision shape. And for the shape here, we're going to create a new world boundary shape. The world boundary is a type of collider that is perfect for stuff like...
They've already made all of them. I don't need to do that. Why is his different than mine? World shape boundary.
Like, well, world boundaries, because it's going to extend infinitely on the horizontal axis here. So as you can see, it's currently pointing up. We could also point it to the side here.
This
and now
suck,
it's going
make
to
better
extend
ones.
infinitely on the vertical. I'm going to hit Control Z to undo that. Instead, I'm going to select the entire static body here. I'm going to change to the Move tool by pressing this icon here or simply W on the keyboard. And I'm going to move it down under our character. Then I'm going to go back to our Select tool, which is here, or simply press Q. And while our collider doesn't have any graphics, it's going to be invisible. We can now play. And there we go. Our player now gently lands on the collider. And we can
It's not true. That did not happen. I did something wrong. All right, what did I do wrong? Your character's supposed to fall onto something. My guy did not.
Let's add a new node. So let's hit the plus sign. Let's add a static body 2D. And this is another type of physics body. It's the one we use for things that don't need to move. That's why it's called static. So it's perfect for creating some ground. Let's hit create. And again, this is going to give us this warning here that it needs a shape. So let's add a collision shape. So I'm going to hit Control A, search for
You
collision
did.
shape.
I didn't do it
and
right.
For a collision
I don't know
shape,
what
so
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
do
hit
right though.
Control A, search for collision shape. And for the shape here, we're going to create a new world boundary shape. The world boundary is a type of collider that is perfect for stuff like, well, world boundaries.
I feel like I'm still doing something wrong. So
Here, we're going to create a new
world boundary shape. Okay. It's called
world boundary shape. The world boundary is a type of collider that is perfect for stuff like, well, world boundaries, because it's going to extend infinitely on the horizontal axis here. So as you can see, it's currently pointing up. We could also point it to the side here, and now it's going to extend infinitely on the vertical. I'm going to hit Control Z to undo that. Instead, I'm going to select the entire static body here. I'm going to change to the Move tool by pressing this icon here,
Move tool.
or simply W on the keyboard. And I'm going to move it down under our character. Then I'm going to go back to our select tool, which is here, or simply press Q. And while our collider doesn't have any graphics, it's going to be invisible. We can now play. And there we go. Our player now gently lands on the collider, and we can move
definitely
around
does
using the
not.
arrow key.
I'm missing something. I think I'm doing it all right, but something's not happening right. I think he's got a slightly different version than me. The little guy, little potato there. Maybe it does work, and he just no, definitely not. Something's wrong.
And jump with the spacebar.
Is there any comments
now,
about this?
Our player is currently a bit too fast, and I think his jump is a bit too high. So let's modify our script to change that.
What do you mean?
Let's close our game. Go into
it's
our
that.
script, and at the top here,
I'm copying him. Everything you're seeing is the thing. What you're looking at is it. What you just saw, that it's exact same as that. Mine is all right. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Right behind it there. You're not seeing my guy fall. That's true. All right, so when I hit play, which is F5, he falls to the ground. So something's wrong there. But I don't know why. Do I have to hit player in F5? Oh, game F5? Nope. My face is in the way. It's not though.
Control A, search for collision shape, and for the shape here,
you
we're going to create a
You're just being a troll.
world boundary with shape. Let's hit create, and again, this is going to give us this warning.
You know what? I was doing this all in player. So then under game. Oh, that was me. Let's see if I can do this right now. Well, there's nothing behind my face that's appearing. Nothing that matters.
Creating some ground. Let's hit create. And again, this is going to give us, so it's perfect for creating some for the bar. Add a 2D. That's because we need to give him a collider to stand on, right?
Okay, I'm sure.
I'm going to go back to the 2D view at the top here. This is where we can change from script view to 2D. Let's add a new node. So let's hit the plus sign. Let's add a static body 2D. And this is another type of physics body. It's the one we use for things that don't need to move. That's why it's called static. So it's perfect for creating some ground. Let's hit create. And again, this is going to give us this
what do you mean by that?
It needs a shape. So let's add a collision shape. So I'm going to hit Control A, search for collision shape.
Yeah.
And add a collision shape. So I'm going to hit Control A, search for collision shape. And for the shape here, we're going to create a new world boundary shape. The world boundary is a type of collider that is
camera
new world boundary.
No, I fucked this up hard.
And for the shape here, we're going to create a new world boundary shape.
You don't. You know I live in Germany.
Is a type of collider that is perfect for stuff like, well, world boundaries. For the shape here, we're going to create
You got
a
it.
new world boundary shape. The world boundary is a type of collider that is perfect for stuff like, well, world boundaries, because it's going to extend infinitely on the horizontal axis here. So as you can see, it's currently pointing up. We could also point it to the side here, and now do that. Instead, I'm going to select the entire static body here.
Static
I'm
body.
Change to the move tool by pressing this icon here, or simply W on the keyboard.
Yeah.
I'm going to move it down under our character. Then I'm going to go back to our select tool, which is here, or simply press Q. And while our collider doesn't have any graphics, it's going to be invisible. We can now play.
Hey!
All
right. You can now see that I made it work. There you go. you got it. Look at that, guys. Made that work. Isn't that something? Isn't that just something? It's alive. There, we did it. We did the game. How do I add double jumps? I should stop everything I'm doing and figure out how to do double jumps. All right.
Keys and jump with the spacebar. Now, our player is currently a bit too fast, and I think his jump is a bit too high, so let's modify our script to change that. Let's close our game, go into our script, and at the top here, there
Close that.
are two constants.
Go to our script.
Let's close our game, go into our
What did you
script,
realize?
and at the top here, there are two constants that we can modify, our speed as well as our jump velocity. So I'm going to set the speed to something less, like 130, and the jump velocity to say -300. And now when we play, it looks and feels a lot better. So our player is moving around, but currently there's not much to look at. So let's build a world to explore.
You got it,
World
Green.
building 1.0. So to build our world, let's
does make it a little bit more entertaining when you're trying to do something like this, and you can
actual ground for him to stand on. And let's
kind of talk with people, but yeah.
Node. So let's press new node.
Well, I missed that whole part. What did he say?
Build a world to explore.
Build a world.
Building 1.0.
World building.
So to build our world, let's begin by removing
That's
our
what I'm doing.
collider here. We're going to build an actual ground for him to stand on.
What? We're already all right under game. Getting the workflow at least now. I'm starting to kind of slowly
begin by removing our collider here. We're going to build an actual ground for him to stand on. And let's instead add a tile map node. So let's press new node and search for tile map. Now, the most common way to create levels in 2D is by using tiles. In other words, we build our game world by drawing different tiles onto a grid. This is a great way to work because we can create a lot of varied levels using just a few tiles. The tile assets we use to paint are normally packed together into one big image, just like our player was. This is called the tile set. So the tile set is a collection of tiles that we can use to paint from, and the tile map that we just created is the node we use to paint these tiles into our world. So to start painting on our tile map, we need to add a tile set. So in our inspector under tile set, we'll create a new tile set, and if we press
whatever you, all right, hold up, tile.
So in our inspector
Minecraft, yeah.
Under tile set, we'll create a new tile set, and if we press
tile set, new tile set.
Here we get to configure some things about.
I did something wrong. I'm not seeing the same options. All right, hold up. New tile set.
Painting on our tile map, we need to add a tile set. So in our inspector under tile set, we'll create a new tile set. And if we press it here, we get to configure some things about it.
All right.
The thing you want to make sure is set correctly is the tile size.
Octopus there. Yep.
The tile set in our asset does indeed have 16 by 16 pixel tiles, so we'll just leave that as
16 by 16.
Now
we're good. I think. Wait, what?
We have
tile size. Where's my tile size? You do one thing wrong, you get really confused. Okay.
Some things about it.
The
main thing you want to make sure is set correctly is
I didn't click on it like it said.
The tile set in our asset does indeed have 16 by 16 pixel tiles, so we'll just leave that as is. Now at the bottom here, you can see that we have two tabs. We have the tile set and tile map. So before we can start painting with our tile map, let's go into our tile set and configure this property. The main thing we want to do is drag in our tile set asset. So let's go into our assets folder under sprites.
What'd you get? Just a freaking common bear head? That's a psychopath bear. Carrying the head of the bear. I add entire groups. Ooh, go now. All right, what is it doing?
And draw a tileset asset. So let's go into our assets folder under sprites and drag in the world tileset. Go into our asset property. The main thing we want to do is drag in our tileset asset. So let's go into our assets folder.
Assets,
under
yep.
Sprites.
Sprites.
And drag in the world tileset.png. It's going to ask us if we would like to automatically create tiles in the atlas. We do, so let's press yes. And now let's make some more room
Pretty
here,
much screen.
and we can zoom in to view it. And as you can see, it's actually gone ahead and automatically detected the grid cells that have tiles. And as you can see, and now let's make some more room here, and we can
Make more room, got
to
it.
view it. And as you can see, it's actually gone ahead and automatically detected the grid cells that have tiles. If for some reason it's made an error, we can always use our eraser here to remove tiles. In this case here, it thinks that
Oh, God.
the pawn tree is a bunch of different
Calm
tiles.
down.
I'm going to use
Sir.
the eraser to get rid of these.
Calm
and
down.
instead, go out of the erase mode and then hold down shift
Hit.
while clicking and
Hit,
dragging.
grade. Hit. Hit, green. That was a joke. You shouldn't have hit. I lied. Honestly, you're screwed, though. He's probably got a 20, so regardless, you're going to lose. Wait, you're going to hit again? Where's the hit? Oh, it was an ace. All right. What's he got? He doesn't have 10. Wow. Okay. Oh, you... Yeah, he did hit. It's just very delayed. Wow.
To turn this into one big tile. It's also split up the trees into 3 different tiles, but in this case, it's actually something that we want because it allows us to create trees of varying heights. I'll show you this once we start painting. Other than that, I think it looks good. So with this tile set up, we can now go to our tile map and start painting. Make sure that the scene has the select tool and that the tile map has the paint.
I'm sorry, what? Go back to 2D. No.
Tool enabled. And now let's
lucky me.
select.
How about we keep our interactions strictly professional? Now, what mind-boggling question can I answer for you today?
That was loud.
The tile and start painting it in.
Okay. Oh.
If you make a mistake, you can always right-click to remove. So I'm just going to fast forward through me drawing out the level here. As you can see, I begin by blocking out the most essential theme.
All right, I'm going to make my own level this time. I'm breaking away from what he said. Going to put a piece of sand there. I'll put a tree here. All right, I'll let you see it here in a second. All right, chill. All right. Window capture. Window capture's gone. Okay. Here's my attempts. Ready? Put the rest of this tree. That there. Top of that tree there. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing a totally different thing than me. If you're at the ground play, hey, Cole's up. I figured it out. I was adding it to the player and not the world. So I guess I was here adding in objects there. what I needed to be here. What are you doing, Cole? How's your day? What are you up to? They really added the depressed emoji? Oh, and I see in the actual chat. Yeah, this is Cole is somebody I know in real life. I was gonna go here with that shit. Oh my. That's fair. That's scary. It's exciting though. I think where you're gonna live is gonna be fun. Do you have a length of time that you plan to stay there? And if so, how long? If you don't mind me asking. And put this here. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm kind of swinging this right now. Let's put to that. Cool. And then you'll get in contact with me, right? After that. What am I doing? I'm just drawing random shit. Kinda, yeah. But I don't know. It's always kind of varying a lot. There's movement happening all the time. Ugh. So kind of. Right now, yeah. But in that amount of time. Yeah, that's fair. That sucks though that you had to do all of that just for that though. I'm surprised that's the only way. But I think it's a cool journey, dude. And I'm excited for you. I should talk to I should call you at some point.
Sexy voice. You're gonna hear me talking all sexy now. Probably sound really weird. Oh man.
And our player is
Give him personal light.
That's because we need to add a physics layer to our tiles. To do
I'll need
this,
the filter. I wanna.
go to our tile map, go under our tiles 6 and
It's the hour how long I've been streaming. An hour and 17 minutes, so I'm got only about 20 minutes of this video.
Once you're happy with the level, let's just go ahead and press tiers. Let's say we want to add a tree here. We want the tree to be
the tree.
and then paint the top.
Try to be
flexible. So once you're happy with
hashtag
the level,
zooming
let's
out.
just go ahead and press play, and our player is going to fall right off. That's because we need to add a physics layer to our tiles. To do this, we go to our tile map,
10
under
hours.
our tile set, to our player is going to fall.
All right,
right
you fell
off.
right through all
That's
that.
because
Got
we
it.
need to add a physics layer to our
Physics
tiles.
layer.
To do this, we go to our tile map, go
Tile
under
map.
our tile set, physics layers, and
Physics
add
layers.
a new layer. Then with this layer, we can go under our tile set, and here we need to choose.
I'm trying. What's up, Disciple? Yeah, messing around. I'm not expecting a lot of people to watch or stay around. I don't blame you if you do, but this is a much more calm stream where I'm just trying to figure shit out. Yeah, people are joining. Thank God.
Layer. Then with this layer, we can go under our tile set, and here we need to choose what tile.
Definitely missing something. Hello, well, I didn't ask that. You've been
belong
saying
to the
weird
physics
shit.
layer. Go under our tile set, and here we
Jamie,
need to
pull it up.
choose what tiles
Pull it
belong to the physics layer, because we don't want to collide with everything in our tile map. The trees and bushes, we don't want to cut through. So let's go to paint.
I'm still lost. All right, grab tiles. Where am I? I gotta go to game. I'm at game. Save that. That's true. That's true, Disciple. How's your day been, Disciple? You doing anything today?
To do this, we go to
Still
our
not
tile map,
working?
go under our tile
Freaking lazy
set,
piece of shit.
physics layers. To do this, we go to
Kidding,
our tile
kidding. I
map,
kid.
go under our tile set,
Tile set.
physics layers, and
Physics
add
layers.
a new layer.
Add a
Then
new
with
layer.
this
How do we
layer,
add the
can go
layer? Is
under
it just
our
because I clicked it? Like what? How do I add the layer?
physics layers and add
All right, did it.
a new layer.
Got it.
With this layer, we can go under our tile set.
Tile set.
And here we need to choose what tiles
I'm curious. It's just literally Warzone, right?
belong to the physics layer. Because we don't want to collide with everything in our tile map. The trees and bushes, we just want to pass right through. So
Yeah,
let's go to
definitely want
paint
that.
here. And the
Yeah. Paint.
property that we want to paint is the physics layer 0.
What? Property that you want to paint is the physics layer 0. I don't know how I would know that.
We just created. And now we can actually go ahead and paint onto our tiles.
Okay. Do I have to individually click these? I can't drag. Already? Is that what it's like over there right now? What am I doing? Physics layer. I tried to multi-select and I screwed up.
The property that we want to paint is the physics layer 0 we just created.
Sucks to
And now
suck,
we can actually
nerd.
go ahead and
It's
paint
probably like that over here
onto
right now,
the
actually. I haven't
physics layer
checked.
0 we just created. And now we can actually go ahead and paint onto our tiles these physics settings. So I'm simply going to paint this onto all the different solid tiles. And if you make a mistake and want to remove a tile, we go here, select clear, and now we can paint with...
What am I doing? Clear. Clear, okay. Then what?
Want to remove a tile, we go here, select clear, and now we can paint with no physics, or we can go back to the default tile shape, which is the entire tile, and paint.
Okay. You really got to paint these individually? That's a lot of work. There's got to be a way to mass select, right? That's a lot of work.
With that, or
Like if you had a lot of these, you know?
F to do that. So C and F are the shortcuts here. Now, there are also some tiles that we do want physics on, but where we need the collider to only be on part of the tile, such as our bridge here.
That's what I was about to
if I
ask.
zoom in on our bridge, you
Yeah.
can see that if I just paint physics onto these, it doesn't look right. Instead, we need to go in and only paint a partial collider. So over here on the left, we can actually modify these colliders to exactly suit our needs. We can even add and remove points by...
Okay, hold up. All right.
Partial
See that
collider.
again.
These,
So
it doesn't look right.
go
Instead,
back
we need
to
to
that.
go in and only paint a partial collider. So over here on the left, we can actually modify these colliders to exactly suit our needs. We can actually modify these colliders to exactly suit our needs. We can even add and remove points by clicking and right-clicking. But in this case, 4 points will do just fine, and that's a good shape for a
Exactly, disciple.
collider. In this case,
I was
4
doing the same
points
thing.
will
Seeing
do
this
just
exact same
fine,
thing.
and then clicking and right-clicking. But in this case, 4 points will do just fine, and that's a good shape for a collider. Then we can
Sure.
paint these onto the 3 different tiles, and then for the next one here, we can...
How do I repeat the paint?
In this case, 4 points will do just fine, and that's a good shape for a collider. Then we can paint these onto the 3 different tiles.
How do you skip that step? You guys just jumped over that one real quick.
To exactly...
All right, hold up. We're going to clear these out. Oh, okay. I just select it now that I've done. Okay, so I just got to go there. I mean, it's kind of like good enough if I don't want to take the time to actually draw it out.
Suit our needs. We can even
So-
add and remove points by clicking and right-clicking. But in this case, 4 points will do
Something
just
like that,
fine,
sure.
and that's a good shape for a collider.
Grab
Then
that
we can
there,
paint
there.
these onto the 3
All
different
right, sounds
tiles.
good,
And then
Sonny.
for the next one here, we can configure it. This slants up a bit. I'm going to paint that on as well. And then for the final one here, let's go ahead and make that go in the opposite direction. And here you actually want to be pretty precise
Oops,
whenever you
grab
have
that.
an overlap of the colliders here. I think that looks pretty good. This helps
Done.
avoid that our character
Bro.
gets stuck.
Bro.
I'm also going to take the tile map and drag it to the very top so that we can always find it. And now when we play, we are indeed colliding with our environment.
All right,
Awesome.
here it is.
Now
This is a game now. We've done it. Hold up. There, guys. You guys can see this now. Ready? This is it. Oh, this looks like shit. Shit. All right, I can say whatever. Save. F5. All right, fall right off the cliff. Okay, start over. Got it. How do I just reset that? All right, just gotta kill it. Look at that. Go. Oh yeah. It's not seeming to follow me though. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. All right, 1 second. Go back to that for everybody.
Take the camera 2D and simply drag it under the player.
Drag it under the player.
Making it a child of the player means that it will just automatically follow the player node. I'm also going to make sure that the camera is still positioned right on top of the player. And we can even turn on position smoothing to really smooth out our camera follow. So I'm going to enable position smoothing on the...
Okay, position smoothing. Position smoothing on. Yeah, I felt a little awkward right off the bat.
Camera with a default speed of 5 pixels. And now when we play, as you can see, our...
Yeah, all right, that's huge. The position smoothing makes a big difference. Let's see. So window screen's off. Screen off. Shit, all right. Can I just reset this without having to kill it? How do I fix it? All right, I'll just redo it. Oh. 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 All right. Can I just reset? So far, it sucks. All right.
And search for the animatable body 2D. This is a physics body that we use whenever we want to animate a node and still have it collide properly with other nodes in its path.
All right, under what?
Which is perfect.
I gotta create a new scene.
So whenever we are creating a new element of our game, we begin by making a new scene.
New scene.
And for the root node here, I'm going to hit add.
Root node.
And search for the
add.
animatable body 2D. This is a physics body that we use whenever we want to animate a node and still have it collide properly with other nodes in its path, which is perfect for moving platforms that should still collide properly with our player.
2D.
So let's hit create and let's add some graphics. So Control A, we'll search for sprite and select the sprite 2D.
Right.
And now we can
2D.
drag in the texture we want. So let's go under our assets, sprites, and drag in the platforms.png. Let's hit F and
platform.
And as you can see, this is also a sprite sheet and it's currently just displaying all of them.
Where do I drag it to?
That's sprites and drag in the platforms.png. Let's hit F and zoom in. And as you can see, this is also a sprite sheet and it's currently just displaying all of them. So let's go in and define exactly which one we want to show. We can do this under region, enabled, and hit edit region. And so we can kind of crop out the element that we want to show. I'm going to change the snap mode here to pixel snap. And I'm just going to go for a default grass platform. That looks good. And now when we close it, we can see our sprite perfectly cropped out. Again, we have the warning here. So let's go ahead and add a collision shape 2D. For the shape.
Okay, we did that.
That looks good. And now when we close it, we can see our sprite perfectly cropped out. Again, we have the warning here. So let's go ahead and add a collision shape 2D. For the shape, I'm going to add a rectangle shape. And now we can simply click and drag this to configure it. Then let's rename.
I'm so confused right now on this part.
The shape. And now we can collision shape 2D. For the shape, I'm going to
What's up, Yazan? I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just winging it.
add a rectangle shape. And now
How's your day been, man?
a collision shape 2D. For the shape, I'm going to add a rectangle
shape. Collision shape. Rectangle shape. Got it.
And now we can simply click and drag.
Just click and drag.
This to configure it. Then let's rename our top node here to platform. and save the scene. So Control S.
I want to be a little higher at that. It's been good. Just trying to figure out how to do this shit. You know, just figured, hey, some point I want to try to do this.
Then let's
We'll learn to make
our top
games.
node here to
I've been wanting to for a long time. Just haven't yet.
Save the scene. Then let's rename our top node here to platform.
Maybe is on.
And
It'll be probably like at least a year before I have anything that people could play.
Here to platform to configure it. Then let's rename our top node here to platform.
Rename this to platform.
And drag this to configure it. Then let's rename our top node here to platform and save the scene. So Control S. In our
Save the scene.
folder, hit save. We've actually created our platform. So in
Okay.
our game scene, we can drag it in, go under scenes, find the platform, drag it in
Under scenes, we gotta go to scenes, drag the platform.
to wherever we'd like. And let's hit play. And as you can see, it works. However, one problem right now is that we can't actually jump onto the platform from underneath.
See me a year later. All right.
Where we'd like. And let's hit play. And as you can see,
Okay, let's see if this works. I don't really understand what I did there, but oh, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Definitely did that wrong. We'll figure out why.
like
It doesn't work.
the problem
It's
right
not.
now is that we can't actually find the platform. So
What did I do wrong? I did a lot wrong somehow.
in our game scene, we can drag it in.
Oh,
go
I
under
tied it.
scenes,
I think I know
find
why. I
the
nested
platform,
it
drag
here.
it into wherever we
I'll show you guys what I think I just understood. So I have it nested underneath the player, so it's moving alongside me, where I need it to be somewhere else. I don't know where yet. It needs to be alongside. I don't know, here. No, that's not it. Here. No. There. It needs to not be. Yeah, that's the point. Is on. Yes. Is on. Following me? Crazy. So I can fix ladders, exactly. All right. Now when I hit play, I'm understanding what I did wrong, and that's a good feeling. Yep, all right. That's not a good feeling. I have the bat falling off. We'll fix that. There we go. Platform. Anthony, what's up? Probably like soon, yeah, like an hour maybe, half hour. I'll say half hour. How's that sound? In our platform, select our collision shape. It's ironically relates kind of video editing to me so far. The nesting, I get that idea. Like I'm tracking how the objects nest or whatever, you know. What? One-way collision. And then you choose the way I can collide. I can go that way. All right, let's turn back on the window for you guys.
we can jump onto platforms from underneath.
Yeah, I'm gonna play World Tour with Croaks. Ugh.
However, the player is currently passing.
Okay, so we got that. We got to go to game now. You hit F5. You're gonna hit jump. That's it. What's up, suckers? All right.
behind the platform. This is because the platform is currently after the player in the tree.
Platform is currently after the player in the tree. Okay.
This means that each frame, the player is drawn first, and then the platform is drawn
Then the
on
platform.
top.
I got
We
a
could just
simple
move the
solution.
player in the tree, but I don't want to depend on that. Instead, we
I enjoy it. I'm full, man. I'm sorry. We did do customs yesterday, though. Let's see. I don't know if you were there at custom. No, I don't think you were. Ugh.
fix the draw order by changing the z-index of the player.
Fix the
So,
z-index
in our
of the
player
player.
scene,
Don't know what that means. Let's do that.
we go under ordering,
Ordering.
and set the z-index to something higher, like 5. By default, all visible nodes
All right.
have
See you, Zon. Thanks for joining, dude.
a z-index of 0. Because they all have the same index, they are drawn according to their
I'm
order
sorry,
in the
Anthony.
tree. So by setting the z-index to a higher value, like 5, we ensure that our player will always appear on top. And now if we play, we can
Player's still, okay, so he has a player still here then.
see that our player...
I didn't even notice that or care, but that is good to know that I can do that. Now I'm in front of the platform. I thought it looked better behind, to be honest. I thought I like to kind of jump in behind it. That's cool. There's collision there. You see that? Oh, and I get that because my collision box is only like so big. That's why I was kind of jumping through it. Seen the mini battle pass? No, there's another one? Oh, all right. Close out of that.
passes in front of the...
I need to link these scenes if I can. Sorry, I'm doing something on the side real quick. Link sources medium vertical. This is a totally side subject that I'm trying to do. I know I can link scenes, link sources. Nobody's ever thought to do that. All right. All right, whatever.
the platform. So our platform is working, but it's currently
Probably
just
going to be at a
hovering
stopping
there.
point
We
here.
might want some platforms to move around to increase
I do want a moving
difficulty.
platform.
So let's use animation to do that. I'm going to leave this platform here as kind of a static platform. I'm just going to place it there. Then I'm going to place another platform over here by simply dragging it in. This
What did we do?
is the
How did you
platform.
drag
I'm
it
going
in?
to place another platform over here by simply dragging it in.
Sure.
This is the platform that I would like to move back and forth. In fact, let me just go into the tile map and make this gap even.
Not today. I'm not going to do customs today. I mean, we'll see if it turns into that maybe, but probably not. I need to level up my own battle pass. Tile map. Let's delete some of these tiles. How do we... Oh, that simple. Okay. Then we'll go back to platform 2. Drag that there.
Larger. There we go. So to add animation to this platform only, we simply select it, add a new node, and we want to use an animation.
Animation tree. Sorry, Anthony. I'm just letting you down all day. Animation tree.
Player. That's it, create.
Oh, oops. Animation player is what I meant to do. Yeah, animation player.
And now we can add a new animation, and let's name that move.
Ugh, I'm not completely used to the workflow yet. New animation.
And let's name that move. Animation
Move.
players in Godot are extremely powerful because they allow us to animate pretty much anything.
Okay.
In this case, we just want to do something really simple. We want to go to our platform.
Just gonna go into that.
And make a keyframe under transform for the position.
Oh my god, dude, video editing. Keyframes. I know what that means.
I'll hit the key.
What? Where am I
going?
going? Platform 2.
Transform for the position.
Transform.
So I'll hit the key right here and hit.
Okay, 1 second.
Under transform for the position.
That's the key for. It's literally a key. All right, I like that.
So I'll hit the key right here and hit create. Then we can go forward in our timeline here to say 1 second. Move our platform to the right. So I'm going to click and drag. I'm also going to hold down shift to kind of snap it to one axis. Let's move it to there. And let's add another keyframe. And now we can see that if we play, the animation plays. We also want this to loop.
All right, hold up.
Now
we got that.
Let's move it to there. And let's add another keyframe.
Add another
if we
keyframe.
Play, the animation plays. We also want this to loop. So you can see that if we play, the animation and let's add another keyframe. And now we
How
can
do I
see
hit
that
play?
if
Just
we
here?
play, the animation
I'm trying to learn how to write games. It's Godot. It's like free. So it's a small game editor that figured I'd try it out. I'm just curious about it, you know. Figured I'd stream it.
plays.
So hit play. All right, definitely did something wrong.
With keyframe. And now we can see that if we play, the
Oh
animation.
no, I didn't do anything
let's
wrong.
add
It's
another
just
keyframe. And now we can see that if we play, the animation plays.
what's going on? Why do I look like that? Like this? You're about to play War 2? Play, I assume is what you meant. Why do I look like this is because I like to hide who I am is one thing. I don't want to show who I am. Still, I can be expressive, you know what I'm talking about? That's a joke. And then 3, I think it's fun. I think it's unique, something different. I never see anybody else doing this, you know? Where am I at though? Right now I'm learning how to make a game from scratch, trying to figure it out.
Plays. We also want this to loop, so I'm going to select loop here. However,
You can just loop it?
this is going to loop in a way
Genius.
that this to loop, so I'm going to select loop here.
Loop?
However, this is going to loop in a way that it snaps
That's
back
awful
to the
looking,
original
yeah.
keyframe. Instead,
Yep.
let's press it again, and now you can see.
Now, okay, got it figured
that
out.
It's going to start ping-ponging back and
Looks
forth.
awful
If
though.
this is currently too fast, we can simply increase the length of our animation. So here's the length. Let's set it to
All right.
1.5 instead, and drag our
Sounds
last
good, Anthony.
keyframe to the end. Set it to 1.5 instead, and drag our last keyframe to the end.
Let's
And
do-
there we go.
Yeah,
We
sure,
now
let's
have
do
a
that.
moving platform.
But it looks too junky, you know? I don't like that. I don't like the way it's moving. Too janky would be a better wording. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there.
Our last key. So here's the length. Let's set it to 1.5 instead. Length
Oh.
of our animation. So here's the length. Let's set it to 1.5 instead, and drag our last keyframe to the end. And there we go. We now have a moving platform. Let's just make sure that we set it to autoplay. And now when we play the game and go to the place where we made our platform.
Thanks, man. Yeah, normally generic name 07. I like your name, by the way. Normally, I'm playing games on here, but I figured whatever. I'm just gonna try to see if I can make a game. I'm just kind of winging it, you know. I just was curious about it, so.
Platform autoplay. And now
I'm
when we
at the
play
very
game
basic steps,
and go
though.
to the
I'm in a 28 minutes into a 1 hour and 17 minute beginner tutorial. I mean, this is the very beginning. Here's mine on the side. Ready? So there's his, and then there's mine. All right, so I hit save and I hit F5. Oh shit, I fall off a cliff right off the bat. I don't have the reset thing built out yet. He'll probably teach me how to do that. And it's very sensitive. And that's not working. We got to figure that out. So I think we're getting to that right now. All right.
Make sure that we set it to autoplay. We go. 0.5 can simply increase the length of our animation. So here's the length. Let's set it to 1.5 instead, and drag our last keyframe to the end. And there we go. We now have a moving platform. Let's
Dude, I'm so lost already with where I clicked off at.
animation. So here's the length. Let's set it to 1.
What, the position? Do I just click that? Animation. There, okay. Back to where I was.
0.5 instead, and drag our last keyframe to the end. And there we go. We now have a moving platform. Let's just make sure that we set it to autoplay.
I set it to autoplay. Ah.
And now when we play the game,
Now when we play the game, it should be happening. It's happening. We made a moving platform. All right. That, you know, we're getting there. Let's see. Let me show you guys that. Let's see that again. There you go. The tree. Oh, okay. Oh, whoop. 67. Got it. Got it. 67. Indeed. Back in my day, the joke was 69. These kids these days. Oh, shit. All right. Can't. Oh. All right. Whatever. Kill that off. All right. I think I might be at a good stopping point. Let's see what else he has.
And go to the place where we made our platform, we can see that it's moving back and forth. And if we jump onto it, the player will smoothly follow it. Really cool. And there's already so much you can do with this. Next up, pickups.
Yeah, we'll get to pickups another day. That's too much work. We're good. Mid-project. Gonna end the stream. Surprised people actually watched this. Didn't expect literally anyone, but I got 15 people or so driving by. So thank you guys. Yeah. I will end this. But I'll be back in like half an hour. Roughly. To play games, probably. With Croaks. Gonna play some of the finals. So yeah. This for now. Okay. Bye-bye.